right one. Okay. Oh, of course. Every time. I didn't realize this was still playing. I'm like, where's that music coming from? Okay. Did OBS freeze? Yeah, nothing's showing up. Okay. I wonder if I could have gone to either village first. Probably not. Yeah, that first time, I don't know, the whole thing froze. But, no, that was a little bizarre. Haven't I already seen these two before? We just have to keep heading downhill. Shut up, we're going left. Come on, Rabbit, stop being stubborn and listen to reason already. I'm really confident that I'm right here. Don't you want to get out of this forest labyrinth? I'd rather be lost than have you tell me what to do. And even if you're right, that might not be the only way. There might be more than one right answer here. I'll find my own solution. Ugh, it's like talking to a wall. Are they still going at it? Oh well, let's not get involved. Okay, so go downhill. I can do that. It looks like it's going downhill. That's definitely uphill. And these are both uphill. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so my original plan was to come back. I just got exhausted by reading Homestuck. The presence of beasts can no longer be felt in the surrounding area. The air is still and tranquil. Man, I thought that some of this stuff was hard to, you know, a little weird to read. Homestuck kicks my ass. Gotta go on the gay love intent. Enveloped in the clear air of the forest and the fragrance of the spirit tree, Adol felt his body drift into a deep, relaxing slumber. One of the memories sealed in the back of Adol's mind was restored! It is said that the Spartas which live in this area originally came from the primeval lands. The Spartas are sacred beasts bestowed upon this world of God. There are some who say God resides in the primeval lands even now, but since no one could get there, no one really knows. No idea what that was. Looks like you remembered something else. What was it this time? It's riding a beast on the river. Riding a beast? Wow. Well, if you were able to ride it, that means it was tame, right? So somebody's got to be there to have tamed it. Can't help but think of all these big, scary beasts we keep running into, though. By the way, we should almost be there by now. Let's keep moving. Okay. There we go. Ooh, I got some stones. Oh yeah, this has got to be an entrance to a dungeon. Yeah, no, definitely. Okay. Gotta go explore the town first. Before you can go in the dungeon. As they say. I don't even know. Did that even give me any experience? No, it didn't. Oh my god. Leveled up a little too much. Yeah, I'm not seeing a single experience boost. Okay.
Huge.
This place is even more amazing up close than it was from the plateau. Same goes for Komodo. I seriously can't imagine seeing anything out like this outside the Great Forest. I think we can safely assume this river is the one we heard about. Hey, you two! Don't just stand there. You'll lure the monster. You'll lure the monsters. Come into the village where it's safe. Oh wait, you're. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. At all. I'm getting a real case of deja vu here. Hey, you with the red hair, you got some nerve showing your face here again. It's your fault we can't fish anymore. Don't you dare think we'll let you get away with it either. This village could be on its last legs thanks to you. Figures. Come on, Adel, hurry and remember whatever it is you screwed up. Really? Well, speed it up so you can clear my name then. Cute little fishing village. Selray Village. How many times do I have to tell you? He doesn't remember anything. Can you prove that? Well, no, but then this conversation is over. You're gonna get me in trouble if you keep yammering on, so stay in there and shut up. Come on, Adel, this is your doing apparently. Say something, damn it. What did I do exactly? This is stop playing innocent. No one from this village would do such a thing, so it has to be you. Such a thing being. Don't play dumb, you know exactly what you did. You poisoned the river.
No way.
What the? That's terrible. Not just once, but many times over, each time killing more and more fish. I see. Naturally, Adel is the #1 suspect, being the only outsider you've seen ever, I guess. This is just like what happened in Komodo. So did anyone actually witness Adel poisoning the water? The whole village survival depends on our ability to fish. Everyone here knows that, so why would any of us ever do such a horrible thing? Okay, calm down, Sheesh. You checked the whole area thoroughly, right? Of course we did. We went out on the Spartas and searched every last bed. What's a Sparta? They're the sacred beasts that we raise in this village. We can't fish without them. But enough with the chatter. For the last time, be quiet. I don't have time to explain any of this to you. Until we figured out what to do with you, you will remain here, and you will remain silent. Sacred beasts, huh? You remember anything about them at all? I had a slight headache and was feeling mildly dizzy. You can do a full flashback scene again. When I heard of someone crossing the forest, I'd expected a well-built adult warrior. I had not expected a delicately built young man, younger even than I. Regardless.
I honor the skill and courage you have displayed by crossing the territory of the beast. My name is Ozma. My tribe is responsible for rearing the sacred beasts known as Spardas, and I currently serve as Selray's leader.
No. You seem to be a very inquisitive person. I can see why the fishermen were coerced into bringing you here. Is everyone from the outside like that? Since you're here. You wish to know more about life in this village, I will gladly tell you of the sacred beasts. We keep the Spartas in the buildings to the west of here. Come with me and I will show them to you. Oh. Oh, look at them. They're like little dragons. This is the building where we raise the Spartas. The livelihoods of everyone in this village are sustained by fishing. However, the rapids swirl perilously, and the river has many different depths along its course. Given those conditions, can you imagine what it would be like to fish on a boat? Not quite, but you would be swept along with the current, pulled towards the center of the forest. You have a distant look in your eyes. Is everything all right? At any rate, this is why the Spartas are useful here, as they can freely swim in the rapids. The fishermen of Selray Village fish while riding these creatures. Without the Spartas, we would not be able to survive in the environment. They are the bees granted to us through the divine providence to enable our survival. Thus, we call them sacred bees. But I must be boring you with this endless history. Why talk about them when they're right here to be met? Their limbs and tail allow them to swim freely through even the most turbulent of rapids, and the protuberances along their body, particularly on their head, provide the ideal body for treading water at high speeds. The blades on their head, in fact, are the origin of the name Sparta, which is an old term for the edge of a sword. Though they are technically beasts, Spartas are docile and intelligent. They obey the orders of the villages with a little resistance and rarely act violently. We attach saddles and stirrups to them so the fishermen can climb on top. That is an infant Sparta. So cute. Spartas develop very quickly, so it will not stay that way for long. It will soon become much larger. Spartas originate from upstream. We bring them here when they are infants and raise them in this village. This building is the only place in Selray where the Spartas are raised. The reason for this is that I am forbidden from telling the other villagers how to rear and care for them. Don't you have any other family? Both of my parents passed away when I was younger, you see. So I'm the only villager remaining who can care for the Spartas. Did you need, like, kids? So has your curiosity about the Spartas been satiated now? It is late. I think that is enough for one day. I want to care for one. You appear obedient, but it seems you can be surprisingly stubborn. As I just explained, I cannot allow anyone else to take care of the Spartas. Naturally, that includes you as well. However, I'm intending to ride one out onto the river to familiarize it with human behavior and expectations. I will choose a docile one for you if you would like to ride it alongside me. I had no idea you would be such a natural at this saddle. I feel I should probably warn you of one thing. Take a look at the opposite shore. The currents become significantly faster as one approaches. Even on a Sparta, it is not possible to cross the river completely. I would urge you not to get too close. It's over there.
No.
No one knows. No one has been able to cross the river safely to find out. We refer to the area on the opposite shore as the primeval lands. It is said that Spartans which now live here originated from those lands. Kind of like chocobos, a little bit, but they're water chocobos. Although there is a water chocobo in Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you... Okay, chocobos can swim, but these are like... These are like water chocobos. The Spartans are sacred beasts bestowed upon this world by God. Some believe God resides in the primeval lands even now, but since we are unable to confirm, none can say with certainty. So you met some guy named Ozma here, huh? Well, you really don't seem like the river poisoning type to me, but it's totally possible you let yourself get dragged into something and wound up unwittingly taking part in this mess. Either way, it looks like we need to meet this Ozma person and see what he has to say. Adel knocked on the door. Again, what is it this time? I want to see Ozma. Are you for real? Do you honestly not understand your position right now? Ozma's in the middle of a meeting wherein he will determine what's to be done with you, and even if that weren't the case, he's an essential figure in our village, a brilliant leader, particularly considering his age. We will never allow him to meet with the likes of you. What? What are you? That's really not a good idea. What's happening out there? Oh, there he is. We meet again, Adel. I've been informed of the situation. So you were worried about Adel and came to see him, huh? That'd be an awful big help right now. So you're gonna convince everyone that Adel here doesn't remember anything and didn't do anything wrong, right? Adel, is this man your friend? He is a friend.
I see.
Really? You ought to choose your friends more carefully then. Hey, what the hell, man? I'm right here. You said your name was Durin. You need to think your position through a bit more carefully. Let us assume that Adel did indeed lose his memories. How does that fact prove his innocence in this matter? For such reasoning will not persuade a soul. Certainly not mine. Well, yeah, I can't really argue with that. Does that mean you suspect Adel too? I still am uncertain what to believe, so I came to speak with Adel directly. Adel, I have a proposal for you. If you are truly innocent of this crime, that would mean the real culprit must still be out there. If you could find the real culprit, then and only then will I trust your innocence. Will you agree to this arrangement? I will.
I see.
Very well. There is no time to waste then. I will tell the villagers to cooperate with your investigation. Investigation? What are we supposed to do exactly? Naturally, you'll be allowed to walk around the village. I will be accompanying you to supervise your actions. That way you'll be able to conduct your investigation without worrying the villagers. Works for me. Are you sure it's all right to lead around suspected criminals when you're the guy in charge? People might think you're on our side or something. I do not take sides. Proving a suspect's innocence or guilt is one of my duties as village leader, and the first step towards ending this. I do what is best for Celeray. I can see why they look up to you here. Thank you, Ozma. Think nothing of it, Baka. As promised, I've explained this situation to all the villagers, and I've asked them to cooperate with your investigation, so do speak your mind on any questions you may have. Kinda makes me nervous, seeing as we haven't proved our innocence yet. Okay, let's go see if we can find any clues. Oh, God. Lot of reading. Again, would only take me a couple seconds if I wasn't reading aloud, but man.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
The Rivertide Crimson, I take it you're not talking about the setting sun or anything like that, are you?
The color of blood is the color of death, yet no one was hurt, our only salvation.
So that means the poison was red. Can't imagine how much you'd need to dye a whole river, though.
It lasted mere moments, but the river was stained red as far as the eye could see. This was upstream. All that remained were the corpses of the fish. We know not when the river will be pure once again, thus the men cannot fish.
That does sound pretty tough. Were the fishermen okay? The ones who were out on the water when the poison first showed up? Fortunately, they noticed quickly there were no casualties. Several fishermen who had come into contact with the substance did fall ill, but all of them had made a full recovery since.
Our only salvation, the Spartans, were uninjured too.
A large amount of poison coming from upstream. We might be dealing with a bigger disaster than I thought. $200,000. You'll be able to buy a house soon with that. House in the dark Zaramar neighborhoods. With our new 50-year mortgages. Ozma, you're wasting your time if you think they're going to prove their innocence. The redhead there is the culprit. Nothing will change that. You have any evidence to back that claim, Rivarl? It's like Carl, but Rivarl? Of course, the poison came from upstream, right? And upstream is the dwelling of the Spartas. Oh, so the sacred beasts live upstream? But how does that prove Adel's the culprit? Because no one from the village would dare go upstream and approach the sacred beast's dwelling, not unless they were one of Ozma's tribemen. Anyway, but there's only one of those left, and it's Ozma himself. Yep. If I had the money, I would have not gotten a 30-year mortgage, that's for sure. But, you know, you have to be in the circumstances that you're in. So the only one who could have gone upstream to Poison River. I mean, with the prices right now, like, of homes, it's honestly, even just to buy a house, like, it's, I pay so much an interest. I hate it. You can afford the if you can afford the state taxes on your cardboard box, sure. Of course you're playing innocent. It's pretty much all you got left. Yeah, and St. Paul isn't exactly a cheap place to live. Let me take a look. St. Paul. City affordability. How would I search this? Cost of living. Rest of the nation. Oh, somebody followed my channel? I didn't get a sound alert. Don't know why that happened. I will have to check that. I did have an update. Oh, there we go. I guess it just took a minute. Oh, St. Paul's housing costs is being roughly 19% lower than the national average. The national median home value, I suppose, a lot of those homes are LA. That's crazy. 370,000 is the nation. Oh God, that makes me sick. Yes, it's Super Saiyan 3. That is correct, Switch. Oh, Adel. Good luck with your investigation. I refuse to believe anyone with whom Ozma developed such kinship could ever think of poisoning our river. So I believe in you, Adel. I know you didn't do it. $400,000. I gotta look at that again. The national average is $370,000. Well, yeah, if you live in the middle of nowhere, Switch, that's kind of, I guess, not in the middle of nowhere, but, you know, small towns, it's a lot cheaper. A lot of those are just, you know, more expensive areas of the nation, just rising that up. Or, I mean, if your average home price is $1 million, I'm pretty sure we've looked at where you live nearby, and it's like not, it's not a big area. I've been to your house before, Switch. I know. Yeah, well, unfortunately. Anyway, before I get bogged down in this, hi, Leapot12. I am streaming the Yeast games. Sure, go ahead and tickle me. Yay! I didn't like that. Did I just let a child tickle me? All right. Okay, I don't know how to deal with what just happened emotionally, so I'm gonna repress it. But yes, I've been playing through all of the Yeast games. So just played through 1, 2, and then the third one, the remake. Which one is Monstrous Nox? This is my first time through these ones, so Monstrum Nox. Oh, that's 9. Okay. Laypot, have you played the Yeast games? Or like all of the Yeast games? Because I'm very curious about what somebody else thinks about this whole like remakes versus like their OG and like the what you would consider your like top 5 Yeast games. Because Lucis was looking at some stuff earlier that said that people think that 1 and 2 are like in the top 3 Yeast games, which like I don't know, maybe it's very interesting. Which I like the first 2, don't get me wrong, but yeah, and I at least so far I haven't seen anybody say that the remakes are like not. It's hard because 5 doesn't have a remake, I guess. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was asking Lucis, because I never know. And you're the Laypot, gonna be honest, you're the first person to pop in who has played the Yeast games in this channel. So I've got like, now there you go. And now I don't have enough for that, of course. Okay. Can I sell a lot of these for... Is that enough to buy this? No, I need 4,200. I'm honestly, well, I guess I've only played 1, 2, and 3. I haven't gone into the 4th game. Or, you know, I haven't gone into more of the modern-esque ones. But I've heard that 8 is really, really good. Or that 8 is the high point of the Yeast series. So, curious on that. Okay, I don't know if it's really going to be worth it to reinforce stuff, because I'm just going to be going through, not until I get like the end game weapons. Okay, that is 8. That's really exciting, actually, because, well, and that's, I've seen people talk about the later Yeast games as, I watch GameSack. I don't know if you watch GameSack, but he talks about them all the time, honestly. So, that's one of the reasons that I was like, okay, this is a series that like I don't know anything about. I can go in sort of blind. But yeah, that's really exciting. It's so boring when we can't go out and fish. And Lucis over here has been streaming the Trails games. So, right, Trails? Or the Legend of, yeah, Trails. So that's what Lucis is on. Oh, you haven't started streaming them. Well, you played the first one. I don't know what's going on. You played the remake of the first one, Lucis, or did you start with the first one? But yeah, the series titles and the remake situation can be a little confusing, but I've heard good things. Yeah, so it's sorting out what we're gonna eat instead. I would if I could, but what am I supposed to do? How long's it been since the poison first appeared in the river, anyway? Oh, it's you. I see you're investigating the poisoning with Ozma. Well, go on, Rain. I'll answer the question. Right. The poison first appeared in the river about 10 days ago, I think. 10 days. Quite a while ago, then. Is that all you have to say? What? You're missing the most important detail. It happened immediately after this red-headed swordsman here left the village. But... Really? And he disappeared without telling anyone where he was going, or even telling anyone that he was leaving. How could we not suspect him? There's a mountain of evidence implicating him in this. Gotta admit, I see your point. Still, the evidence against Adel is purely circumstantial. We cannot prove his guilt any more than his innocence. We must continue our investigation. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I just watched, I just sent that to you, Lucis. The people over at Final Fantasy Union, they have a different YouTube channel where they just talk about the origins of, like, different JRPGs, and they have the origins of the E series, and it was really good. I really liked it. What was I doing? Can I leave the village, or did I talk to everybody? Let's see. I think I went down this way. Kazak said he used to live in the forest all on his own, but he said it was before I was born, so that's all I know. If we can't get any fish to eat, then I'll have to. No, what am I thinking? Oh, the Picards. Have a little nut, friend. Yeah, God, these subtitles are gonna kill me. Now I know how everybody feels about fucking the Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there, Lucis. I always just take a very long time to do anything. It's great to see you. Didn't think you'd come back here. My name's Kazak. What, you're not serious, are you? You didn't forget me, did you? Actually, yeah, he forgot you for sure. Adel and Durin explained the situation to Kazak. You lost your memories. I see, that's terrible. You're a lot more understanding than the other villagers. Well, Adel and I became good friends when he last stopped by. I can't believe people suspect you'd poison the river. I know you'd never do such a thing. I wish there was something I could do to help, but I've spent so much of my time in the forest lately, I doubt anyone's going to believe any defense I could put together. In the forest? What were you doing there? One of Kazak's interests is exploring old ruins. Yep. I lived in the forest all by my lonesome until a few decades ago. I got pretty used to it, really. You're kidding. Man, you must be pretty tough to have survived in a place like that for so long. But of course. That's why people call me Kazak the Strong. Oh, but don't let me hold you up. Looks like you got more important things to do than stand around and chit-chat. We apologize for taking up your time as well. Come on, let's get back to asking around. Oh. Yeah, was it like 2-3 years ago when I started streaming fairly regularly? So the general spiel of this channel is that I attempt, not always, I attempt to go through every game in a series. I've done several game series. Trying to think about RPGs. I wonder if Final Fantasy is the only RPG series that I actually got all the way through. Because I played Final Fantasy. I just played through Final Fantasies 1 through 16. I haven't played 11. But I played some of 14. I played like 140 hours of 14, so I'm well versed in the Final Fantasy series and the Kingdom Hearts series. I have beaten Persona 4 Golden. Got to the secret end of that. I don't know if my heart can handle another Persona game, but I should definitely give it a try. I think we got enough information to start with at least. Let's go through what we know and see if we can sort it out, okay? First, let's see. When did the villagers first notice the poison? After I left. Yeah, they noticed it just after you left Selray, and that's where you're getting blamed for it. Next question is, how did they notice it? Yeah, seems whatever was in the color of the whatever was in there colored the water red. Must have been a hell of a thing to see. Where did the poison originate from? Upstream. Yeah, that's right, and it came from upstream. It must have come from somewhere outside of Selray. All right, Adol, if you add all that together, who stands out as the most likely culprit? It wasn't a person at all. What leads you to that conclusion? Makes sense when you think about it. You need a whole lot of poison to dye an entire river red, and if it came from upstream, that would mean someone poured it into the river from somewhere outside the village. No way anyone can lug that much poison through monster-infested woodlands, not on their own, like Adol would have been. I mean, I'm not saying it'd be impossible to poison the water from upstream, but to dye the whole river red? Not likely. It does seem rather implausible. So your conclusion then is that the culprit may be a natural occurrence or a creature? Adol, and you said your name was Durin, yes? Could I ask you to come with me? Tales of Hearts. Tales of Hearts. For the Nintendo DS and on Vita? We were talking about this, how Vita had some very interesting RPGs on it. You know, I've seen Grand Kingdom. I think I own it on PlayStation. But yeah, I never went in to play it. Oh, I feel sick. And I can't believe you're okay with all this thrashing. Is that a bird? Lucky thing, all up there, all graceful. We're stuck down here on these things. Oh crap, is that poison? Sure looks that way. It looks just like what they described in Selray. Isn't it harmful to the Spartas? This should be far enough. Adol, I feel I must apologize to you. What? Why now? You don't need to apologize. You're a very forgiving person, Adol, and you do not ask uncomfortable questions of others, but you deserve to hear the truth. I know the culprit that poisoned the river. Yeah, we also tried to play Tales of Symphonia. Which, we got like 5 hours in. And fairly successfully played it. Through Dolphin. Oh, really? So why'd you keep quiet about all this time? My reason hardly makes up for all that you have been through. As you suspect, the poison was not put into the river by a human. Rather, it was the Spartans themselves who befouled the water. What? Far upstream lies the Sparta breeding ground. I am almost certain that they are responsible for this incident. Hold on, aren't the Spartas sacred beasts? What kind of sacred beast goes around poisoning rivers? The Spartas raised in Selray are not able to do so. Wild Spartas, however, are known to secrete a poisonous substance when they become excited or scared. Seriously? No, the villagers have no idea. The people of my tribe have raised Sparta for ages, all the while obeying the ancient laws pertaining to them. All those laws forbid us from telling others the secret of the Sparta. This includes the fact that wild Spartas bear poison. So your reason for bringing us all the way out here was to keep anyone else from hearing you? Does that mean something like this has happened before? As far as I'm aware, this quantity of poison has never been found in the river prior to now. Those not of my tribe are forbidden to approach the wild Sparta's breeding ground, and have been for as long as I know. I was told that this was to avoid angering them, but of course, protecting their secrets is also of the utmost concern. Let's go upstream. Wait a second, Adel, you know what this means, right? We're not allowed in the Sparta's breeding ground, which means we just have to leave this to Ozma when we go back to the village and relax. Actually, while I realize it is quite brazen of me to ask for a favor after causing you so much trouble, I would be most appreciative if the two of you would come with me. Why? Right, so can you remind us where we're going? As you wish. The Wild Sparta breeding ground is situated south of Selray. On that drawing you call a map, it would be about here, I believe. So as long as we follow the river south, we'll be there in no time. Doesn't seem too far from here. Indeed, the entrance is situated near a waterfall basin. It is difficult to miss. I have told the villagers that we are continuing the investigation. Make sure you're properly equipped for the perils and wait before leaving the village. Alright then, let's do this. Easy. Alright, Ozma, you're just gonna have to go in with weak equipment. Sorry, buddy. You truly are an unusual visitor. You appear to have even more interest in the primeval lands than the people of this village do. I suppose that inquisitiveness is what allowed you to come this far into the forest to begin with. Perhaps you might actually be able to reach it one day. Adol, if such a time should come. No, I suppose this is too much to hope for.
No.
My apologies, Adol. Please forget I said anything. We should be returning to the village now. It seems like people wish to hold a welcoming party for you, and I would not want to be the one responsible for a guest of honor showing up late. There's a little bit of queer-codedness going on here between Adel and a lot of these characters. Or bi. It's not, I suppose queer can mean bi. Suppose if you'd never seen an outsider before, you'd be very, very interested in them if they just showed up. Like, no one's, like, you've only ever seen the people in your village for your entire life, and then someone, a random guy comes in, and he's kind of cute. I don't know. I think I'm getting almost no experience from each of these fights. I should just keep going. I love how he just got amnesia. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, and not only does he lose his ability to fight, but he also loses all of his equipment? Very Samus Aran of him. Well, Sora did get amnesia that one time. Sort of. This is the place. So this is the Sacred Beast Lair, huh? Thought it'd be more like a nest, being a beast lair and all. Didn't expect full-on ruins. You come here often, Ozma? Try to avoid coming here as much as possible, particularly as this place is where I lost my mother and father. I cannot say I have very fond memories of it. Really? All of the Spartans raised in Selray were captured here when they were infants. My parents were killed by the poison of an adult Sparta while attempting to trap its young, but I cannot let the people of Selray know that. Because I'm the last of my tribe. The laws essentially forbid me from telling the people of my village the truth about these creatures. How can I reveal to them that two in our ranks, a tribe that cares for beasts, were killed by those very beasts? Do you really need to go that far to keep it all a secret, though? I get that Spartans are essential to everyday life in Selray, but surely it'd be better if everyone worked together to care for them, right? It's gotta hurt keeping this all to yourself. Do you really think you can keep it up? The laws of my tribe are absolute. There is nothing I can do about them. It's like talking to a brick wall. It would be kind of interesting, and maybe a later game does this, but like the Metroid games do this, where at the very beginning of the game, you're like overpowered from the previous game, and then you lose all your stuff. I feel like a surprising amount of games actually do that. God of War also does that. This area appears to have been filled with water. Look, there's a staircase on the other side. Indeed, but the water seems to have eroded the path, putting it just out of our reach. Adol, we should investigate the area and see if we can find another way to reach the staircase. I also very much enjoy that his sword changes if you get a new sword. It seems very basic, but so many games don't do it. As divine. Not as diving, Google, as divine. Yeah, I've never heard of as divine. There's a collection on Nintendo Switch. This rune is several hundred years old, so such a thing is to be expected. But imagine with fissures that size, the wall should be brittle enough to break with my spear. Break the wall so the water flows out? Sounds like a good idea. Try not to bring the whole place down our heads, and we're golden. Ah, there's no need for concern. My touch is a delicate one.
Leave it to me. Understood.
Okay. Wow. And I'm swimming. Whoa. Sacred Beast Lair. There's a hell of a lair going on. Wouldn't have guessed this place was so big from the outside. Likewise, truth be told, I have yet to explore it in its entirety myself. Really? Guess we'll just have to do the honors now, then. Do be cautious. There are many dangers lurking in these depths. Whoa! I realized I was going to be able to fall off that much.
Find an opening. Let's get it.
Is there a hole in the wall anywhere that I can bust? Probably got to bust it from the outside, huh? Gotta be careful not to fall off. Alright. Oh, whoops. Nope, another slate fragment.
Leave it to me. Understood.
Nothing for him to destroy there. Okay. You know, anytime I have to like either fill or drain a giant temple, I always think of Skies of Arcadia.
Leave it to me.
So I don't know if it's better to acknowledge the things you say or to just let it go. See, like that. What do I even say? Yeah, no, my plan, besides skipping 5, my plan is to play all the East games, so... Where... Okay, so here's another question for you, Laybot. Where would you recommend playing East Origins at? My idea is to play it after, I think, 6, because... that's sort of when it was made, was after the 6th game.
My turn. Leave it to me.
But I don't, you know, I don't know. It almost feels like I should have played it after the 2nd game, but I don't know if the combat, what the combat's like. Yeah, sounds good.
My turn.
Right, 4, 8. Okay. What was the X for? Oh, it's a accessory.
Leave it to me. Leave it
That's good to know that East Origins is also a highly rated game. It seems like for the most part, besides 5, all the games seem pretty highly rated. Is it over here? Oh, no, other one. You know, wait a minute. Was it out here? No. Where the hell was that big boulder at? How do you keep getting poisoned? Okay. How did I get lost? Let's see.
My turn. Leave it to me.
Also, how did you get poisoned again? Stop getting poisoned. Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Because I got lost? Honestly, fair. I get lost a lot. Or because of the game. Because how 9 is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Damn. That's not exit. Oh, fuck. Where am I? Well, you know, schemers aren't always the most intelligent people. They be scheming, but they are generally asking to... I mean, if you set up a trapdoor, the trapdoor is going to get used on somebody, and it might be you, you know, and you just got to sort of reckon with that as soon as you install a trapdoor. It's not that way. I saw the giant stone go up, but I... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Okay. Thank goodness. All right. Nice. Somebody came over here and didn't see the stairs. All right. There we go. If you're down for the large pane of glass game, I have looked at that one and I was like, who would want to play this with me? I don't know. But if you want to give it a try, I would be down to give it a shot. Just like when Switch, John and I played Chain together. It was a hell of a time. Oh shit, I should have saved. Fuck me. Sonic Shuffle? I hardly know her. The Serpent of the Rapids, Volnake. Yep. Maybe it has a second phase, you never know. What time is it? Alright. See if we can at least get to the middle-ish part of this. Hey, I got some water dragon scales. Should allow us to do something. Ah, now I can breathe underwater. Cool. That'll be fun. One of the most classic of RPG gifts.
My turn. Just leave it to me. Leave it to me. Mike, leave it to me. Find an opening. Let's get him.
How do I dive underwater? I thought it was the right trigger. Dive with bees. Is it just certain water I can dive into? Oh, do I have to equip it? Oh, that's right. Right. Forgot about the artifact. Okay, there we go.
Don't let him hit you. Focus on offense.
It's easy to forget stuff. Ooh. I got like a full-time job. I also stream. And the brain's basically mush. Hey, lady. Ugh, I don't like that. I guess I can't dive underwater. There. Do.
Find an opening. Focus on offense.
My dumbass always trying to move the camera. Girl, you can't move the camera. It's not that kind of game. Service with a shotgun? That sounds fun. I saw a game advertised on IGN called Barcore, and it's where it's like a little Metroidvania, but you play as a dog, and that sounded like a lot of fun. Hey, it's up the other stairs. I wish I had an infinite amount of time to play every game. You know, just every game that looks interesting. Just wish I could just... That sounds like a monkey paw thing, actually. I wish I could just play all games for eternity. Like, yeah, can everyone just stop making video games for like a little while? Let me catch up on the backlog that I just keep adding to. That sounds interesting, Lucis. Honestly, Liddy, I think that's how a lot of people who play video games think I think that's what they think is going on.
Leave it to me.
I'll see if I can explain my thoughts there for a second, but that, like, I feel like a lot of people are like, all video games now are awful and all the older video games are great. And it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. Nothing is made in a vacuum.
Understood.
But now games have woke in it. It's like, can we just chill the fuck out and play games? What the fuck? That's what I'm saying, Switch. Every day. That's my motto. That's what I put up in my classroom. I'm not a teacher. I had to preface that. I'm not a teacher. That was a joke. I do IT. Switch's job is getting yelled at by managers. Lucis is unemployed. I think Letty has a job. I couldn't tell you. That's the gang. The managers write strongly worded emails. Implying that things could be done better than they currently are, but have no proof to show that from it to happen. Play now, Liddy. Being employed doesn't give you value. Gives you monetary value, but it does not give you emotional value. I think.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Dude. Guessing I don't want to break all three rocks yet. Do I? Oops. I always do that where I press X, but I mean to do LTX. That's a big old dungeon. I'm gonna have to find a safe space. Safe spot. Safe space spot. C spot run. I'm gonna have to find a safe spot to save. So I can go to bed. %42% mapped. Okay, everybody. I'm turning in. I have hit my limit. I will be playing tomorrow after I get a haircut. We'll see how the haircut goes. I'm hoping to get some face framing, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen? All right. Guten. Let's see. What's a good one? Don't let your sacred beasts poison the river. Don't become an amnesiac in your sleep. Maybe that'll work. Bye, everybody. He